there, all you singles out there. You know, it can be very frustrating when a guy seems interested in you. Maybe he comes on really strong and you seem to like each other. And then all of a sudden he disappears, he ignores you, or he breaks up with you. So what's that all about? I'm going to answer that question right now. Hey, I'm Shanna Schutte, dating and relationship coach for Single Over 30, and I'm the founder of morethanmatching.com. So some time ago, I received an email from a woman who I will call Cindy, and she said I could share her story with you. And she said that she received this like cryptic message from her boyfriend that said he'd been doing a lot of soul searching. And when she asked him if the soul searching was about her, he didn't respond. And then he disappeared for about a week. So naturally, like, she was upset and she was worried and she was wondering what all of this meant. And my heart just really went out to her. So she told me that she hoped that this wasn't like her last boyfriend who just kind of disappeared without even telling her anything at all. So I asked her, I said, well, how long have you been seeing him, like exclusively? And she said about 4 months. And I said, how long did you know him before you started dating him exclusively? And she said about 2 weeks. And then she told me that she really liked him and that there really wasn't anybody else around that she wanted to date. So it makes sense that a woman would want to become exclusive with a guy who catches her eye, someone who comes on really strong, or if he gives all the signs that he's very interested and she's really interested in him too. But here's the problem, is that committing too quickly to exclusivity can cause you to sabotage your love life. And what happened to this woman that I'm just talking about can also happen to you. And I don't want that to happen to you. So committing too quickly can be one of the reasons that a man pulls away, or he goes silent, or he breaks up with you, or he disappears. It can be why he's acting all excited about you, and then all of a sudden it's like, okay, he's not excited about you anymore. So here's a big reason why this happens, is because when you meet a man, he might be instantly taken by your charm or your sense of humor or your beauty or other attractive qualities that you have. He might come on strong and he might press for commitment. When this happens, there's something going on that you might not be aware of. And that is that he is imagining that you are his perfect match. But there's a problem. He doesn't really know you, right? When exclusivity happens really quick, he doesn't know you yet. So he has no idea if you're going to be good together or not. So what he's doing is he's filling in the gaps with what he doesn't know about you, with who he imagines you to be or who he would like you to be. And both men and women do this, like, unconsciously. We don't mean to do it, but we do it. We meet somebody, we're really excited about them, and then we start imagining that they are perfect for us, when in reality, we don't even know them at all, really. So if you commit too quickly, you could be setting yourself up for heartbreak. So I've totally been there. I get it. I've done it. So it feels good when a man like shows interest in you. It feels good to be desired and wanted and pursued. It's a relief to finally have somebody in your life who seems to like you for you. It feels like it, right? It's exhilarating to think about a future with a wonderful guy, but it's wise to remember, just like I said, that in the early stages of a relationship, a man doesn't truly know you because he hasn't had enough time to get to know you, the true you, through experience. So you may not be who he imagines you to be. Sometimes women will tell me, well, I'm talking to this guy, and I'll say, how long have you been talking to him? For about a week. And they'll tell me, this is what he's like, and he's responsible, and he's this way, and he's that way. And I say, well, how do you know these things? And they'll say, well, it's because he told me, right? So knowing someone through experience is a whole lot different than knowing them through what they tell you. So my question would be, have you ever dated any guy or been interested in any guy at the beginning, and you're like, wow, he's great, and then he turned out to be not who you thought he was? It's the same thing, right? Men may not really know you, or they don't know you when you commit too quickly. So then after you've committed and you've started exclusively dating, after he gets to know the real you, he might not feel like you're a good match at all. And then it really hurts because you feel like you've been duped, right? This happened to me a lot. I remember thinking that I thought it was just sad. Like I'd feel like, well, nobody is really interested in me, or once someone gets to know me, they don't want me anymore, or whatever. But the reality is that I was going too quickly and I was jumping into a relationship. And so the truth is that I just wasn't a good match with these people. And then I always thought it was because I was bad, or there was something wrong with me, or I wasn't good enough, right? But in reality, it was just that we just weren't a good fit for each other. So when this happens, we jump in too quickly, then the guy backs up the relationship truck or pulls away or disappears. And it really, really hurts, because then you feel like you got lured in, right? You got lured in, you gave your heart away, a guy got you to open up, you're really excited. And then it's like, okay, now he's not really interested anymore. And then you can spend weeks or months trying to get over a broken heart. You might feel like you were betrayed and lied to. But we want to remember that the guy doesn't know you at the very beginning when you're first starting to see him. So you're thinking, well, how could he tell me all these wonderful things? And how could he make me feel so good about myself, and how he felt about me? I feel like he just lied to me. No, he just really didn't know you. And he might have allowed his emotions. He may not have meant to do this to you. Like sometimes people can just be really excited about one another. So it's not like he was lying to you. But again, unconsciously, he's like filling in the blanks. And he may have allowed his imagination or his desire for a relationship or your beauty or your charm or something else to like make him really excited. And then he realizes, okay, this isn't going to work out. So his enthusiasm maybe took him to some places where he shouldn't have gone. So because you are a wise woman, you can date differently, right? You can be in control of your dating choices and in control of the pacing of the relationship, so that you can avoid the heartbreak that can be caused by going too fast and by rushing into relationship. So if he's coming on really strong to you, you might be tempted to go really fast, because you might be thinking, well, if I say that I want to slow down, then he's not really going to be interested in me anymore, or I might drive a good guy away. I say this over and over and over again. If a man is really interested in you, right, in you, not who he thinks you are, then he will wait for you until you figure it out. If you need to take your time to find out what his character traits are and that he's really interested in you. So there's some ideas out there about how long you should wait to exclusively date. Some people say 6 months. Some people say 4 months. Some people say you should date through the seasons before you ever commit, right? So I don't know if it's necessarily how long, but it's about what you know about the person. So I always talk about stages of relationship. And if for you, exclusive dating is one more step closer to getting married, then you want to find out what you would need to know before you would be exclusive. So you want to write down on a piece of paper the character traits that are most important for you in someone that you would marry, if marriage is your goal. And then you go, okay, so I need to know, since exclusive dating is one step closer to marriage, and I'm not just going to flippantly exclusively date just to see if it's going to work out, right? What kind of character traits do I need to know about a guy? So instead of saying I'm going to date someone for 6 months before I would become exclusive, ask yourself, what is it that I need to know about this person before I exclusively date, and actually know through experience, right? So then what will happen is, after you take time to get to know someone, he knows you, you know him, then you can know for sure that when you are exclusive with him, that he's dating you for you. It's not because he's excited about how pretty you are or how he's taken by you or whatever, that he's actually dating you because he likes you for a person. He likes you for you is what I mean. Okay, so if you want to know more about this, you can get my free download, How Fast is Too Fast. Just head on over to singleover30.net/fast. Again, that's singleover30.net/fast. And you can get a free download that will help you ask some questions to find out if you jump into relationships too fast and if you're sabotaging yourself, which, hey, I did it. So I'm holding up my hand here. And also, if you haven't checked out the Single Over 30 podcast yet, it is on Spotify, Buzzsprout, Amazon Music, and Apple Music, which I always want to say iTunes, but it's Apple Music. So head on over and check out the podcast. And there are some podcasts that are related to this topic about, you know, how long should you wait to exclusively date, and what do you say if a guy asks you if you want to be exclusive, all this kind of stuff. So go over there and check those out. I hope that you really enjoy them, and I'll see you next time.